let's cook it with Grandma. Italian pizzelles. Well, you can hear the music in the background. We are going to clean these eggs because they are fresh out of the chicken coop, as you can tell by the feather. And we have our mise en place, everything all set to go, and our butter all melted on the stove. Yummy recipe. I'm making a double batch, so this is double, but you put 4 eggs and beat them until they're frothy. When the eggs are frothy, you're going to add 1 cup sugar. Like I said, I'm making a double batch, so this is 2 cups of sugar. And then you're going to add extracts. And for the recipe, it's 2 teaspoons of extract, and you can use any combination of anise, vanilla, and almond. Be careful about the almond though, it's a strong flavor, so you might just want to go a ½ teaspoon of almond for a single vessel to start with a clean. Next is 2 sticks of melted butter. And I'll add just a tiny, I let the butter melt and then cool just a little bit. And then I add a tablespoon or a couple tablespoons of the butter to the egg and sugar mixture to kind of temper so the butter doesn't cook your eggs. It's Grandma here. I don't use a script for these things, probably should, because in the video I said baking soda, and you really want to use 2 tablespoons of baking powder. Back to your video. Sift together 3 cups of flour and 2 tablespoons of baking soda, which I've already done. I don't have my tripod either, so this is interesting. But at the last step, you take your egg mixture and you're going to add it to your flour mixture, and then you're just going to mix it up. I mix it like my grandma did, either with a spatula or with a spoon, and just fold all the ingredients together until you get a batter. Like I said, if you want it to be a little more runny, but that's looking pretty darn good. I need to mix it until all the lumps are gone, but the texture's looking really good. You can see how it kind of drips. So you can see how it's kind of elastic. When I pull it up, it kind of drips. Now it'll get thicker as you cook, but that's really a good texture for it. It kind of drips off the spatula. But one thing I want to say is, when you're mixing, get way down in there to make sure you've got no pockets of flour. So you're just going to dig down in and fold it all over to make sure there's no hidden pockets of flour. Now we're ready to cook. One of these fancy schmancy Pizzelle irons that heats up automatically. My grandmother had, I'm pretty sure it was cast iron, she put it on the stove. And my great-grandmother probably put it on the wood stove. And then you flipped it to get it cooked on both sides. But this has a light that lights up, tells you when it goes off, it's ready. I spray a little nonstick cooking spray on for the first one. I use spoons, although you could use a cookie scoop. Put about a tablespoonful on each side when it's lit. And then you close it and cook for, it has a locking, so it keeps them even thickness, and you cook for 20 seconds, and then I take them off and put them on a cookie cooling rack with a paper towel over it. And then when they're done, I use a plastic utensil so I don't scratch the nonstick surface, and just lift them out gently and put them on the cooling rack. A George Foreman grill, little plastic lifter thing works great. Set, cook. And just so you know, I put my phone stopwatch on just to make it easy, and let the count go from 20 seconds more than whatever's on the stopwatch, so I don't have to stand here counting in my head, which I'm obviously filming, so I don't have my stopwatch on. So we'll estimate this batch. Another way is when the steam stops coming out from it, but let's see. Oh, those look perfect. So what I do Because I score down the middle if I put a little too much on. Put the little fork thing under and move it over to the cooling rack. Just like that. There you go. 2 beautiful pizzelles. Dust with powdered sugar, and they are ready for a Christmas celebration.